Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be taking a detailed look at the LEGO Venetian Houses, which is part of the BrickLink Designer Program. This set is pretty big. It has 3,460 pieces. I was actually really surprised by the fact that this set here comes with 13 minifigures. That is a lot of figures. Granted, they're pretty ordinary. Like, the pieces are pretty common. Their torsos, legs, head, hair, and accessories are all very common pieces. However, it's really nice to get 13 minifigures to display with your modular building, especially when you're placing your modular building in a Lego city and it's got a lot of interior space and exterior space to display those minifigures in. For example, these two minifigures can be placed on this brick-built gondola that comes with this set as well. You can see we have the guy singing on the back there, probably making his way through the canals of Venice, and then we got the tourist right there enjoying the service. Or this gentleman can be placed on top of the bridge, casting a line. And of course, there's a whole bunch of interior details that match up with some of these other minifigures as well. This set here consists of two modules that can connect together using the Technic pins on the side, and actually comes with two 32 by 32 dark gray base plates. You just line these pins up with those holes, and you can attach the two modules. As we take a look at this awesome Lego set, bear in mind that I did build mine on a Mills plate. That's why there's an additional layer of dark gray masonry bricks going around the entire base. This set was rather difficult to Mills plate, but I think it actually adds a lot to the set, and of course it's going to make it compatible with my Lego city. Also, when I was done building my Venetian houses, I was left over with a bunch of blue plate in various sizes. That's because I made one more modification, and that of course is the water. I decided to match all of the other water in my city by using a base of black plate topped with the trans blue 1x2 tiles. I was really happy with the outcome of that. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and of course, once again, it's going to match up with our city. Normally when doing a review, I like to leave these sets in their original state, but I figured I may as well make these changes because it would take a lot of work to do them afterward. And I actually went all in on this one. I decided to use the masonry bricks all the way along. I just think that added a lot to the mills, and I didn't know where this is going to be placed, so if those bricks are exposed, I didn't want them to be colorful bricks. I wanted them to be nice, clean masonry bricks, so I thought that did a pretty good job of mills plating it there. Yeah, so this is the first structure that we built. We started by doing all of our water detailing and actually by building this bridge here. The bridge is pretty cool. It's got some really nice part usage there. The sidewalk uses dark tan, light gray, and also tan. And this was our first structure. You can see right beside the bridge there, it leads up to a wooden sort of boardwalk there, or a dock. And in the water, you can see all sorts of tie-off spots to tie off gondolas. And then we've got some crates on that dock, and a lot of nice arches that support the dock. Overall, I love the architecture of this set here. It is pretty fantastic. I love the big, tall windows and the way they're framed using those pillar elements with the arches. Also, the flags mounted there are pretty interesting. And then just consistent, you know what I mean? There's the masonry bricks in tan, and then those snot mounted 1x2 tiles in tan as well. I was pretty curious as to why this was the color of lamp they used in the light post. It should be a trans clear head element. Sort of strange why they use that color there, but hey, it's a pretty cool color actually, and I don't have any like that in my inventory, so that's pretty neat. But it's pretty consistent all the way through. We do have some hard walls there with some smaller windows that are, you know, pretty solid there. Maybe like some color would have been nice there, but I'd imagine this was supposed to represent some buildings found in Venice, which I've never been, so I wouldn't be able to speak much about the architecture because I've never been there. One thing I did notice about this door here is the arch doesn't come perfectly over top of the door, so there is a pretty big noticeable gap there. But I do love the old style brown wooden door there with the gold grille as the sort of window. It looks pretty fantastic. Around back here, we've got just more of the same there. The nicely framed windows. Also along the base of it, we have dark tan masonry bricks. You can see those above my layer of dark gray masonry bricks. And then like a drain pipe or a cable of some sort clipped to the wall over here. And the roof is just like a really poppin' roof there in the orange color. There's also some of the dark orange and dark tan mixed onto the roof there. I like the design of it. It's just built using some curved slopes. When I saw it on the box art, I was like, oh, that looks like a fairly complicated roof, but it's really not that hard. It's just plates ran at different levels, and then these slopes or curved slopes just sort of blended in nicely. And I like how there's all the different colors and combinations there. It just looks really neat. And of course, this building is modular, so the roof can pop off there. And when you flip it upside down, you can see the construction of it a little more clearly there. Pretty straightforward. Looks pretty good though. I love all the curved slopes and tiles and everything. Just a nice combination. Also, we have some headlight bricks to add some more texture to the side of the roof. All of those nice brown doors come with the gold keys as well. In the first floor of this building, we just have some miscellaneous art, all in that same color combination, which is red, white, and black. Just various art pieces scattered all around. And then we have a curved staircase right there in orange and white. That staircase leads right up here, and you can see how the windows actually line up together. So there is just a nice window stairwell there. Looks pretty awesome. Then we have a chair and a desk with a newspaper and some notes, and then a bed right here and a telephone beside that bed. And the floor is all tiled off with the sand blue color, and there is a book cabinet right there. An interesting bed design that uses various plates, some curved tiles on top, and also one of those curved window elements. After constructing the first building, I was really excited for the second one. The way that we built this was pretty interesting, actually. You can see there's a bunch of panels. This one here, even these corners, the windows, the frames for the windows. It was all built as panels outside of the building, and then you installed them onto the structure. So that's sort of how this set was constructed overall. So right away, when you take a look at the smaller one and you compare it to the larger one, you can see some color differences. The larger one transitions into some dark tan masonry bricks, and you can see there's a lot more profile bricks on this one, or these like bricks, compared to this one here. This has a lot of white space, whereas this one has a lot more texture. Once again, we have the dark tan sidewalk with the light gray and tan border. Front door there is beautifully framed. Nice tall windows, nicely framed as well with some of those fence elements, the pillars and the arches. Just a lot of different texture on the face of the building that looks pretty fantastic. A gigantic roof that is the same color combination. Also has a nice window there. And a chimney out back there. A couple seagulls on top as well. Big white wall here. And also a big white wall here. But you can see there is some texture running down the side of the building there with some of these profile bricks and also some snot mounted 1x2 tiles. More of the same on the back side here. Got those nice tall windows, same color combinations and all that, but we do have a back door, which does lead to the gondola right there. Inside the first floor, we do have like a little shop, I believe. There are some cabinets full of stuff there, a clock mounted to the wall. And then over here, there is a cash counter and another cabinet. Overall, I think the interior of this building is pretty empty. There's not a whole lot in here. It's got the same winding staircase, but yeah, there is a lot of open space here, and you could definitely add more stuff to this building. And that was something I forgot to mention about this building as well. There was a lot of space in there that could have been used. This book cabinet is pretty interesting, but it's nothing really too far out of the ordinary. It just used some of those snot bricks and some of those modified plates with like the slide, and you just mount all of these bricks and plates sideways so they look like books and stuff like that. It's nothing crazy. The interior is pretty basic, I would say. Same with this floor here. You can see the staircase comes right up there, and there is a door. That sort of interior wall has some windows on it. There is a pretty nice looking piano here. I definitely like this mini build here. Pardon me, I left the legs in spot there. But yeah, I like this mini build here. But other than that, I mean, there's a big open wall there. Maybe we should have put some snot bricks there and maybe mounted some stuff to the wall. That would have been pretty easy. And there is a lot of open space. Even on this side here, like, once again, not a whole lot going on. There's just an easel and a bench and a clock on the wall. Nothing really else on that wall or inside. So it's pretty open. I do love all the windows. They look fantastic from the inside, and they look even better from the outside. I love that concept, but it just feels like sort of empty here, you know what I mean? Adding a few more things would have been nice. However, with that said, if I put a bunch of these minifigures within the interior, sort of browsing the music store or playing the piano or sitting there on the bench or standing by the notes there, then I think it would fill a bunch of that void space. But I still believe that there should be a little bit more inside. But I guess place minifigures would do a pretty good job of filling that available space. This roof, though, it's a sturdy construction. It's very heavy. I like the color combinations of it. Also, all the part usage with the inverted slopes on the outside, same with the masonry bricks, the headlight bricks. And then it's got two large 16 by 16 dark tan plates as its base, but a nice solid construction for the roof. And when you put these two buildings together, it's absolutely massive. Two base plates. Overall, I think the exterior of the building looks absolutely fantastic. The interior is pretty cool with all of those windows and stuff. I just think there's a lot of open space there that could have been utilized a little bit better. Maybe it had to do with keeping piece count down. I like the modifications that I made to the water, and also the fact that I mills plated it is going to be really good for the Lego city. I think there needs to be some jumpers on the exterior here so that you can pin down some of your minifigures. There are a lot of minifigures, but obviously I'm not going to hide those all in the interior because rarely do I go on my buildings and look at the interior. So those are going to be, you know, outside, walking on the sidewalks, or in boats outside of the Venetian houses, stuff like that. But overall, I think it's a really good set. It looks fantastic. And once again, it's part of the BrickLink Designer Program, so it's limited and really hard to find. There's some really good architecture that looks really good. Makes me want to go to Venice, never been before. Everybody, that's about it for today. Just wanted to share my review on this set here. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff, and farewell.